So now I can collaborate that video with the builder and with the builder's rep should they have their own YouTube channel. Many don't, and that's okay. But you can also collaborate. Say you have like a semi-famous client, like with an audience, like, oh my gosh, that is money. The best part about this is you don't have to do this just from here on out. You can retroactively collaborate on any video that you have freaking posted. Do this with your brokerage. Tell them to accept the collaboration and you can get that much more audience. And then also the brokerage wins because they have another, like someone else helping out the community. Over the last week, YouTube dropped many different changes. Today's episode, we're going to talk about 2 of them that will make the biggest difference in your YouTube channel. So that way YouTube continues to work for you instead of against you. This is the Agent Goldmine, the #1 podcast in the world where we help agents go from 5 closings a year to 20 plus. My name is Ali Garced, top producing agent with eXp Realty, top 1%. Also, Shelby Johnson also hosts a podcast, also a top producing agent. We together have sold hundreds and hundreds of homes. Welcome to the show.
I'm so excited to be here. That was amazing. And it was a complete surprise for me because I was like, what's our show about? And she's like, I got this. Just hit record. And I'm like,
just hit record.
YouTube, let's do it. Ali, hit me with the info. I'm taking notes.
So both of us are on YouTube. I have been on YouTube for, I think, almost 3 years now, 2.5 years. And Shelby, you recently started and you've already seen a lot of success. I just want to backtrack in case there are new listeners that are just like, wait, what the heck? I thought I was going to be listening to a real estate agent podcast. What is this about YouTube? YouTube is the way to go. Hello. Instagram is another short form content. It's just like you're grasping at straws. You're having to post every single day, multiple times a day, and like hope that you get in front of somebody's algorithm that happens to want to purchase a house in Knoxville, Tennessee, or wherever the heck you are. And it's the long way, as opposed to YouTube, where after you have built a solid little foundation, which we help you do, me specifically, since I'm doing this one-on-one now, once you have built like that snowball, it will start like growing bigger without even your input. So YouTube actually recently made a list of 22 changes. A lot of them don't necessarily apply to a lot of channels. So I've taken my biggest 2 that I've already like told my coaching students and implemented myself, that's going to see the biggest difference in your channel. So that way you don't get left behind. So #1 change. Should I just go right into it or do you have any questions?
No,
okay.
Send it.
The #1 change that I am implementing on my channels, on all of them, is YouTube now allows collaborations. You heard that right. They are taking up after Instagram or Meta with the collabs. But with YouTube, it's a lot more powerful because people stick around for longer, because you're not making 30-second ads of what the best hamburger is in XYZ city. Instead, you're talking about, deeper topics with which in YouTube, people go there for education, not entertainment. So now you can share audiences. So for example, I want to break this down even like one step further. So collaboration is a thing. How I'm implementing this, and maybe how you can too in your real estate agent business. I have been doing a lot of interviews with new builds in Tucson because they're still, huge in new builds. So now I can collaborate that video with the builder and with the builder's rep should they have their own YouTube channel. Many don't, and that's okay. But you can also collaborate. Say you have like a semi-famous client, like with an audience, like, oh my gosh, that is money. You can, you could bring the famous Shelby Johnson onto the show and talk about how her experience was working with you. And then you share audiences. The best part about this is, though, you don't have to do this just from here on out. You can retroactively collaborate on any video that you have freaking posted. So, for example, I have posted a lot of videos on either like helping real estate agents. So I'll go through my Ali the Agent channel, helping real estate agents. I can now collaborate with eXp Realty, eXp University. There are a lot of other eXp channels, and eXp is like huge in saying yes and accepting collaborations, both on Instagram, but also now on YouTube. So that automatically positions you can do this with your brokerage too. We don't care what brokerage you're at. Do this with your brokerage. Tell them to accept the collaboration and you can get that much more audience. And then also the brokerage wins because they have another, like someone else helping out the community. So going back to more so sales, like helping buyers and sellers, I'm doing this with the new construction. You could also do this with mortgage if you're interviewing lenders, if you're interviewing any vendors. So inspections, termite, roofers, you can now do collaborations and any company, delete that, any audience that roofing company or the inspection company or the mortgage company already had, now you can get some of that audience and they can get some of yours. So literally what it sounds like, a collaboration. What questions do you have on that, Shelby? If you're on a 50-50 split, it's time to rethink your brokerage. At eXp, the split is 80-20. And once you cap, you keep 100%. We show you how to get there faster. I'm Ali Garced, or Ali the Agent. My sponsor, Shelby Johnson, and I each close over 40 deals a year. We are full-time agents actively producing, and everyone in our upline is an icon agent. When you name us as a sponsor at eXp, you get full access to all of our systems and checklists and templates, our 200K GCI playbook to help you make 200K your first year, direct mentorship and direct access to us, no huge group calls. We also help agents add another stream of income, which is rev share. We will help you with all the tools and trainings you need to build revenue share that will help you retire early. If you're interested in building an actual business, book a call at theagentgoldmine.com.
It's not really a question. Well, maybe it is a question. So I just want to make sure for those of you who don't like fully understand collaboration on Instagram, because it sounds like the same subject. It's within a collaboration. It's like you post something and it also appears on that person's channel, right? So it's like,
Yes.
that is what a collaboration is. It's appearing on multiple channels at once, but one post.
Yes. So there is now an entire tab on YouTube that'll say collaborations. So you can click on that tab and see, oh, who has this person worked with? What has this company worked with? And so if you want to collaborate, if you're listening to this video or episode a little bit later and you're a little bit late to the game, it's okay. You can still do this. Instead, what I would go to somebody that you want to collaborate with, see what type of videos they have already done and propose that, since clearly they're okay with collaborating on that type of video.
I love this. So right now, of course, Ali's saying this and I'm like pulling it up and like getting so excited. It's crazy. It's so market dependent about whether or not like there's like a ton of YouTube people in your market already, but regardless, you are your own personality and that is no excuse not to dive in. It is not oversaturated.
So now that we know that this exists, how do we actually do it? And that's why you're listening to the Agent Goldmine right now, because we don't just give you the what, we give you the freaking how. So if you have not left a review, do so, because I don't know anyone else that's telling you the step-by-step actions to take, like spoon feeding you. So please, in return, give us a 5-star review. You go on studio.youtube.com. This is where you're going to see, if you haven't been here yet, this is where you're going to see your videos that you have posted or you have scheduled or that are in your little soup of videos unlisted, like maybe you're waiting for a thumbnail, etc. When you're looking at a video, you're going to click on the title and that will get you to the behind the scenes of everything related to that video. You have likely seen this page before. It's just like, where do you input your title, the description, and all of that. You're going to scroll to the very bottom and it's going to say show more. Under the age restriction, show more. When you click show more, you're going to scroll down underneath altered content, which, by the way, if you have AI and like video editors and stuff like that, you now have to say yes. Otherwise, you don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, especially if this is what's paying the bills. Under that, you're going to see a brand new section. It literally has the word new in blue that says collaboration. Shelby, do you see it on yours as well?
Yeah, mine does not say new in blue. I guess it's old on mine. It just says collaboration, but it says invite a collaborator with a little button.
Cool. Yes. You click on invite a collaborator, and this is where you search for their channel. You can either search a channel name or the URL, etc. So then you're going to search the channel name, click on the name, And you can give them the option of allowing the analytics viewing. I always do because thank you. And like we can obviously work together on this. So you're going to toggle that on and then you're going to create the link. Simply creating the link does not share it. I would copy the invite link and then also share it with them. There's going to be that prompts you to the next page, which is share. Once you share it with them, that doesn't automatically mean, I'm seeing like a little bit of a glitch in here, that it doesn't mean that Shelby now gets to log into her YouTube or her studio and see Ali wants to collaborate with you. It doesn't always happen. So that's why copy and actually send it to the viewer on, text, WhatsApp, email, whatever, and have them actually input the link. That's how you solidify. So you can send all the shares you want. They're getting lost in the sauce right now. I've noticed that with the agents on my channel that I'm inviting to. So that is a step-by-step on how to do it. Any questions or any comments?
No, I think it's awesome. I do think that this one comment is that same strategy likely goes on YouTube as what Ali and I have both talked about in the past with collaborating on like Instagram, is that if you are trying to get someone who is a big name, who has a certain aesthetic, who has certain topics to accept your collaboration so you can populate on their page, it might be useful for you to reach out in advance and run it by them and talk about, hey, if I did this, would you accept? If they say no, totally fair. What would you accept? What is something you would like to collaborate on? Because I've seen a lot of times with like on Instagram when we were all testing out the collaboration, it's like you do a video and then you send it out inviting the collab and then you're like, man, they didn't accept. They left me on red, but blah, blah, blah. And it's like, they're probably like, who, this doesn't even fit my vibe. Like, cute video, dude. I'll like it. So it's just one of those things. How bad do you want them to collab? If you want it pretty bad, then it's worth doing the legwork up front to solidify that. And then you get an extra bonus of a relationship built from it.
100%. Yes. So now moving on to the second tip and change that YouTube has implemented. And this is the reason why I even purchased TubeBuddy. And now I could probably cancel my membership with TubeBuddy and save like $300 a year. Is the ABC testing for not just title, but thumbnails as well. So you used to already be able to test 3 different thumbnails. Now, what's the importance of testing 3 thumbnails? What's the importance of even having thumbnails is to make sure that you catch people's attention. Otherwise, you're never going to click on it. Similar to when you're scrolling on Netflix, you likely pick something based off of the thumbnail. So same thing with YouTube. You want to make sure you capture attention. You can make the best freaking video, but if you don't have a good thumbnail, nobody's going to click on that ish. So now YouTube gives you the chance 3 at-bats. 3 at-bats. So back on studio.youtube.com, and I'm telling you, if you haven't given us a 5-star review, I'm going to be very upset. Go to the title page, like right then and there. You don't need to scroll at all. Studio.youtube.com, click on any of the titles that you have already. You can retroactively change this too. On the title, you're going to see the A/B testing. Click on the gray A/B testing, and you're going to see 3 tiles. Title only, thumbnail only, or title and thumbnail. Do the title and thumbnail. Go big or go home. This is where you can not just add your 3 thumbnails that your VA is already making for you, or if you're talented like Shelby is, you're creating yourself. Now you can look up other titles and like other keywords, switch things around, and test both of them. So voila. And just so you know, when YouTube rolls these new features out, they go in waves. They'll typically go to like the Jimmy Beasts of the world first, and then they will trickle down to the rest of us. So if you don't see this yet, you will most likely see it later. Just keep posting content. So, but it'll be right there, title, A/B test, and do all 6 variations, 3 thumbnails, 3 titles. That's a wrap, folks. Again, this was Ali Garced, Ali the agent on the Instagram, Shelby Johnson, the Shelby Show on the gram. Be a bro and share this show. If you're on a 50-50 split, it's time to rethink your brokerage. At eXp, the split is 80-20. And once you cap, you keep 100%. We show you how to get there faster. I'm Ali Garced, or Ali the agent. My sponsor, Shelby Johnson, and I each close over 40 deals a year. We are full-time agents actively producing, and everyone in our upline is an icon agent. When you name us as a sponsor at eXp, you get full access to all of our systems and checklists and templates, our 200K GCI playbook to help you make 200K your first year, direct mentorship and direct access to us, no huge group calls. We also help agents add another stream of income, which is rev share. We will help you with all the tools and trainings you need to build revenue share that will help you retire early. If you're interested in building an actual business, book a call at theagentgoldmine.com.